Hi everyone, I'm Sophie and welcome to the channel. Today's class is a beginner level full body stretch routine which is particularly good if you struggle with your flexibility. In this class, I'll guide you through a range of stretches for the whole body which will be a good one to return to regularly. I suggest about once a week. You might like to grab a couple of cushions or a couple of yoga blocks if you've got them to support you with this routine, and then we'll start in a kneeling position on the mat. If you have a block or a cushion, you might like to just place it there, then put one ankle either side of it and put your sit bones on the block or cushion. From here, let's just set the posture. So sit bones anchoring you down on the block or the cushion or your heels. Just rest the hands in the lap for a moment. Let's find that openness through the chest. Find length through the spine from your tailbone all the way up to the back of the neck, and then press up through the crown of the head. And then from there, let's just take some shoulder circles just to mobilize through the shoulders. So 4 one way, and then 4 back the other way. Moving around the whole shoulder joint. And then from there, let's just take a few deep breaths. As you inhale, feel the expansion through the rib cage, but keep the core lightly switched on. And then as you exhale, the ribs draw back in, keeping the core switched on. Just a couple more times. Inhale and exhale. And keep that lovely posture. One more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Keeping that lovely easy breath going, let's just take some neck stretches. Take the right ear towards the shoulder. And then you might like to take this left arm, wrap it behind you, and if you can, take the right around the right elbow. Open through this left shoulder and you'll feel a little bit more intensity through the stretch, down through the left side of the neck and down through the shoulder and arm. You might even like to close your eyes and just bring the awareness into the body, feeling that sensation of the stretch. And then from there, let's just turn the gaze towards the right shoulder, tuck the chin in a little towards the chest, and you'll feel a little bit more of a stretch through the back of the neck. All the while, really keep that nice length through the spine. One more breath there. Coming back through center, just shake the shoulders out a little. Let's take the other side. Find length first, then just a gentle tilt towards the left shoulder. Maybe wrap the right arm behind, take the elbow if you can, and then open through that right shoulder to really find that stretch through the neck and through the shoulder. Once again, you can always bring the gaze into the body, just really focusing on that stretch, building body awareness. And then let's turn the head towards the left shoulder, tuck the chin in towards the chest, feel that stretch through the back of the neck. We keep these neck stretches nice and gentle because our upper spine is very delicate. Then let's come back through the center, just a little shake of the shoulders once again. Let's move on. Link the fingers, round through the spine, lifting nice and tall. Really press those palms to the sky. From here, bring the fingers behind you, a gentle arch through the upper back. A really good one if you sit at a desk for work. Press high once again, and then from here we'll take a twist. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee, wrap the right arm behind you, gaze is over the right shoulder. And it's like you're just twisting around that lovely long spine. Come back through center, other side. Link the fingers, round through the spine. Then lift nice and high, press those palms towards the sky. Bring the fingers behind you, like you're sunbaking here, reclining with a cocktail by the pool. Press the palms high. Take the twist. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Wrap the left arm behind you. Gaze is over the left shoulder. Feels good. Then from there, let's come off the block or off the cushion. Just place it in front of you. Let's come to tabletop position. Spread the fingers nice and wide, and then from there, place your hands so your wrists are directly under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips, your core is still drawing in lightly to help us keep that lovely, good posture and protect the lower back. And then we're going to take cat and cow to mobilize the spine. Let's inhale to start, and then as you exhale, round through the back of the body, like you're arching like the Sydney Harbour Bridge. And then bring the heart through, coming to cow. Press those hands into the mat to really help you get those shoulders nice and open. Let's take 3 more. Rounding, exhale. Coming to cat, inhale. Exhale as we contract through the abdominals. And then inhale as we breathe breath into the lungs. 2 more. Keeping our spines nice and healthy. Last one. Find that arch, open through the chest, and then come back to neutral spine. Let's thread the needle. From here, we'll reach the right arm high to the sky. Think of rotating the rib cage around the spine. Then thread the arm through, side of the shoulder, side of the head, come down towards the mat. We'll take 2 more. Lifting nice and high. Coming through. We'll just flow these first 2, and then we're going to hold the 3rd one. Lifting nice and high. Thread the hand through and see if you can come deeper into the twist. While you're in this twist, think of pressing your sit bones equally to the wall behind you. So the pelvis stays nice and square as we rotate through the mid-spine. One more breath there. Reach the arm nice and high. Place it down. Let's take the other side. Lifting high. Thread the hand through. Flowing the first 2. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you thread through. Inhale to reach. Exhale, thread through. And then come deeper into the twist. Twisting through the rib cage. Sit bones pressing equally to the wall behind you. Then from there, reach the arm high once again. See if you're finding your body feels a little more open, a little bit more mobile. Let's press the hands down into the mat. Find shoulder width once again with the hands. Tuck the toes under. We're coming to downward facing dog. Pressing the hands into the mat. Feet are hip width apart. Heels are reaching down towards the earth. Doesn't matter if they don't touch. And bend the knees as much as you need. We want to try and get a nice long spine. So from your fingertips all the way up to the point to your butt, you've got a lovely long line. Chest is pressing through towards the thighs. Then from there, let's pedal through the feet, feeling that lovely stretch through the backs of the legs, through the calves. And then from there, nice and gently, with the knees nice and bent, just padding up towards the hands. Feet are hip width apart here, knees nice and bent. Relax forward. Come to ragdoll here. Check the neck is nice and relaxed. Just give it a little shake. Maybe take a gentle sway side to side, feeling the vertebrae lengthen away from each other. And we'll move into some hip flexor stretches. Bring the hands down to the mat. Let's step back with the left. Bring the knee down. Check that the back knee, so this left knee and the right foot are hip width apart for stability. And then from here, really tilt the pelvis under so you feel a deeper stretch through the left frontal hip. Reach the arms high, take the left wrist, side bend over towards the right, this front knee here. We really want to focus this stretch, feeling it all the way down through the arm and down through the hip and into the thigh. So rather than just feeling it localized, let's try and make the stretch holistic and really global through the whole body. Then from there, we're going to come into a low lunge. Bring the foot forward. Check that your knee is no further forward than the ankle, just to keep the knee joint safe. And you might like to take blocks or cushions if you've got them. Just bring them down in line with the foot pretty much, just to support you here while you stretch into that hip flexor. And if this is comfortable for you and you can take it a little bit further, you can always heel toe the right foot a little wider, bringing the blocks, or if you don't need them at all, that's fine too. Bringing the blocks inside the foot or even dropping down to the forearms. The blocks just help to feel like the floor is raised a little for you. And then wherever you are, deep breaths. See if you can release a little more tension through the muscles. Just encouraging them to stretch, to relax. And then coming up again, heel toe the foot back in. If you've got blocks, take them either side of the foot. We're coming to pyramid pose. Right toes are facing directly in front of you. Left toes come in a little and then they're slightly turned out to about a 45-degree angle. Keep the front knee as bent as you need. We want to feel that stretch through the hamstring. If you have blocks, once again, you could always take them on the high setting and really try and pull this front hip back and this left hip comes forward to find that even stretch through the hamstring muscles. Deep breaths there. Stretching to no more than 80% of your range of stretch. So not forcing or holding on or tensing, just breathing length and stretch into the muscles. Beautiful. Then let's bend the front leg, bring the left leg in, folding over, back to ragdoll. If you'd like to intensify this a little more, you can always bring the hands to the backs of the legs and draw yourself closer. But remember, it's all about leaving your ego down beside you and finding what brings benefit to your body. Let's take the other side. Hands come down. Right leg steps back this time. Knee and front foot are hip width apart. Coming up, once again, tucking that pelvis under, lifting the arms high, taking the right wrist this time, stretching over this front thigh, this left leg. And once again, see if you can feel this stretch from the fingertips down through the arm, down through the hip flexor, and down through the thigh. So it's a global stretch rather than just local. And then coming forward into our lunge. Knee no further forward than the ankle, bringing the blocks in for support if you've got them. And then settle in there. Hips nice and square. Press that right hip through for that deep stretch. And once again, either stay right there if you're feeling good, or heel toe the left foot a little bit wider. You can bring the blocks down, hands down or forearms down. finding what feels good for you. Just checking if you can release a little more tension. Really settle into the stretch. Lovely. Let's move on. From there, bring the foot back in. Take the blocks out if you've got them. Pressing up on the right foot. Left toes directly in front. Right toes at a 45-degree angle. Pull this left hip back so the hips are nice and square. Find that stretch. Remember, bending this left knee as much as you need. You can always come to the high setting. And with our stretches, you want to hold for about 30 seconds to a minute or 5 slow breaths to really give the muscles the chance to relax. And then coming out of it, coming back down to the mat. We're coming to an inner thigh stretch. Today I'm going to take the blocks underneath me. If you don't need them, just come straight down to the mat. I'll show you what we're doing first. From here, for our inner thigh stretch, we've got the left leg long, right leg bent up, and having the blocks underneath you just helps to reduce the angle of the stretch. From here, see if you can walk the hands forward, and you'll just feel that stretch through this inner thigh and maybe a little one through this one too. And then once again, trying to relax into the stretch. Almost bringing that meditative quality to it. So good to be taking this time for yourself, for your body, to stay healthy for now and for a long time. All right, let's take a side stretch. If you're on the mat, then that works well. Otherwise, from here, all you need to do is bring the hand either to the calf or maybe to the mat, reaching the right arm over, bring in the side stretch. And see if you can really anchor both sit bones down onto the mat or to the block. Find length all the way from these right fingertips, right down through the arm, down through the shoulder, right down to the sit bones. And coming up. Then we'll turn, square off your hips, lift the arms high so we get length through the spine, keep that core drawing in lightly, and then fold on forward like someone's pulling your fingers out away from you. Then come forward, bend this knee as much as you need, and once again, we're giving ourselves this lovely hamstring stretch through the left thigh. Toes can be pointed or flexed. You might like to play around with what that does for you in the stretch. Lovely. Walking the hands back in, let's take the other side. Move myself over a little. Setting up, extending the right leg out. Left leg is bent up, sitting up nice and tall, and then bringing the hands down. And of course, you don't need blocks for these ones. A cushion would work just fine. It's just about reducing that angle towards the earth. Walk the hands back up. Let's take the side stretch. Placing the hand on the calf or even the thigh if that's better for you, or to the mat, reaching the arm over. Find your side stretch, and once again, it's like someone's pulling your fingers away from you while you sit down still into those sit bones. Coming back up, let's turn for our hamstring stretch. Squaring off the hips, find a comfortable position, lifting the arms high. Inhale, exhale, reaching them away from you. Come on forward. Bend the knee as much as you need. Find that stretch. Feels good. And then coming up, move one of the blocks. If you've got a cushion or a block, place it underneath you. We're coming down to the mat for reclined pigeon. So for your reclined pigeon, you might want to place your head on the block or the cushion, then right ankle comes over, reaching through, take the back of the thigh or the top of the shin, and then draw this knee down towards you. Placing the block under your head just once again makes it a little bit easier, a little bit closer to your legs. And then you really want to feel that stretch through the outer right thigh. And just check, you can make sure there's no tension through the shoulders and chest and neck. Let's just really try and release tension through the whole body here. Just breathing in, breathing out, relaxing into the mat. And then let's swap sides. Left ankle comes over the top, reach the hands through to take the back of the right thigh or the top of the shin. Draw the leg down towards you. Feel that lovely stretch through the glute, through the outer hip of the left side. And release. Take the block or cushion out from under your head. Let's bring in a twist. Let's keep the knees and ankles together today. Draw them over to the right. Reach the arms out wide in a T shape. Turn the head towards the left. Relax into the twist. Twists are what keeps our spines and the backs of our bodies nice and healthy, where the area doesn't get a lot of blood flow. So this is what really keeps it nourished and healthy. And coming back through center, let's take the other side. Knees to the left, reach the arms wide in a T shape, turn the head if it feels good, and then settle into the twist. Coming back through center, let's take happy baby. Draw the knees up, take the arms behind the knees, the lower legs, or if you can, you might like to take the insides or outsides of the feet. Knees come down towards the armpits, and then just maybe take a gentle rock side to side. Keep this lovely and relaxed. Just stretching through the inner seams of the legs. No tension through the shoulders. I find myself, it sometimes creeps up there. I've got to remind myself. And then from there, let's just take a moment, stretch the legs long, feet about hip width apart, toes dropping outwards. Rest the hands just outsides of the mat. Just take a few deep breaths here. Just see how your body feels. See if you feel a little bit more length through your whole body. Maybe you feel a little bit taller and feel like the tension has eased through the whole body. One more full breath there. Deep inhale and exhale. Sigh it out. And then from there, just gently pressing yourself up to a cross-legged seated position, or any seated position if that's not comfortable for you. Let's just link the fingers once again. Press them nice and high to the sky, lifting nice and tall. Relax them down. Thank you so much for joining me for this whole body stretch routine. I'd love to hear how you found it. Let me know what stretches worked for you, what you need more of, and if you could put them in the comments, that would be great. I will see you again soon. Bye. To stay consistent with your yoga and fitness, remember to subscribe and press notifications so you're notified when new classes come out each week.